morning, everyone. So, I've been taking the stage for so many years. I've been teaching students and talking to them for so many years. But I've always had that stage fright. I always get some fear, get nervous when I talk in public. But I've always managed by the power of can. The power of can. Yes, I can. I always can. I always say that to myself, and it's like a synonym to the word faith. But the word faith is a big word, actually. You can have faith in God, you can have faith in yourself, in your family, in your country, in a certain idea that you believe in a certain cause that you advocate or defend. But eventually, the word faith is very big. I would like to share some reflections upon the word faith with you today. I'm going to give you some interpretations, some meanings. And I want you all to get all these meanings and all these interpretations through this single word. I'll go first in religion and then some kind of history, so please bear with me. Going back to Prophet Noah, he preached his nation for 950 years, almost 1,000 years, preaching and teaching his people. I would call that perseverance because I can't imagine a teacher, for example, preaching or teaching for 950 minutes. That great man did it for 950 years. And I call that perseverance. This word, perseverance, was his interpretation of the word faith. Moving on to Prophet Moses, for example, when he went to the Pharaoh in Egypt and he defied all that military power, that was courage, actually. And that word, courage, was his interpretation of the word faith. Moving to Jesus Christ, with all the tolerance that he showed to his enemies, that tolerance was his interpretation of the word faith. And last but not least, of course, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, with all the positive change that he brought in the land of Arabia, all the moral context, that change was his interpretation of the word faith. Moving to history, we can never ignore people like Gandhi, for example. He believed in the freedom of his country, and that freedom to him was an interpretation of the word faith. Edison, when he tried 1,000 times to make the light bulb, that determination was an interpretation of the word faith. And we can never forget also Martin Luther King Jr. When he believed in the racial equality between the white Americans and the African Americans. That equality was an interpretation of the word faith. And now we have to see and witness for the first time an African American president of the United States as an example. And last but not least, of course, we can never forget Sheikh Zayed, may God bless his soul, with all the vision that he had about the UAE, United Arab Emirates, to become what it is, and it is what it is now. That was his vision, and that vision was an interpretation of the word faith. And finally, we have one last interpretation. And this interpretation you can see right here. Success of those lovely faces. Simply because that success is another interpretation of the word faith. Always have faith, believe that you can do anything. You can, you always can, always have faith. Thank you so much.